In our last video, we pulled back the curtain on the incredible life-changing power of eating oats every single day after 50. We unlocked the science of how this simple superfood can lower your cholesterol, give you rock-solid all-day energy, and lay the foundation for a healthier, more vibrant you. Thousands of you commented, saved that guide, and started your journey. But many of you asked the million-dollar question, I'm eating the oats. So why isn't the fat melting off faster? You're doing the right thing, but that stubborn weight, especially around the midsection, is clinging on for dear life. Here's a shocking truth. You can eat the healthiest bowl of steel-cut oats in the world and still be actively sabotaging your fat loss goals without even realizing it. The problem isn't the oats, it's what you're putting on top. Today, we are moving beyond the foundation and building the skyscraper. We're going to expose the so-called healthy toppings that are secretly stalling your progress and reveal the top 5 science-backed toppings that will turn your morning oatmeal into a supercharged, fat-burning machine. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you in the next few minutes is the missing link you've been searching for. This is the difference between slow, frustrating progress and watching your body transform week after week. Before we dive into our top 5 list, we have to spend some time shining a very bright light on the problem. This is the 30% of our time that will make the 70% solution make perfect sense. After the age of 50, your body's metabolism and hormonal environment undergo a significant shift. 2 key things happen. First, our muscle mass naturally begins to decline in a process called sarcopenia. Since muscle is metabolically active tissue, less muscle means a slower metabolic rate, meaning your body burns fewer calories at rest. Second, our cells often become less sensitive to the hormone insulin. This is a critical point. When you eat carbohydrates, your pancreas releases insulin to shuttle the resulting glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells for energy. When your cells become resistant to insulin, your pancreas has to pump out more and more of it to get the job done. The devastating consequence of high circulating insulin is that it's a potent fat storage hormone. When insulin levels are high, it effectively locks your fat cells, preventing them from releasing stored fat to be burned for energy. This is why you can eat fewer calories and exercise, but if your insulin is chronically elevated, you will not lose fat. It is biologically impossible. Now, what do most people top their oatmeal with? Wait until you see how this ties directly into this insulin trap. The most common toppings, even in health-conscious circles, are things like honey, maple syrup, agave nectar, and heaping portions of dried fruit like raisins or dates. These are marketed as natural and healthy sweeteners, and compared to refined white sugar, they might contain a few trace minerals. But here is the brutal scientific truth you need to understand. To your pancreas and your fat cells, sugar is sugar. Whether it comes from a beehive, a tree, or a sugar cane field, it causes a rapid spike in your blood glucose, which triggers that fat-storing insulin flood. That healthy drizzle of honey on your beautiful bowl of slow-release oats just lit a metabolic fire, but it's the wrong kind of fire. It's a sugar-burning, fat-storing inferno that slams the door on your body's ability to tap into its own fat reserves. It short-circuits the entire benefit of the low-glycemic oats you so carefully prepared. It's like building a beautiful fireproof house and then leaving a lit candle next to a gas can in the living room. You are creating a hormonal environment that is precisely the opposite of what is required for fat loss. If you've been frustrated by a weight loss plateau despite eating healthy, this is almost certainly a major reason why. Before we reveal the first topping that completely reverses this problem, comment "done with sugar" below if you're ready to break this cycle for good. Your declaration is the first step toward true metabolic freedom. So, if these common toppings are out, what's in? What are the criteria for a fat loss accelerating oatmeal topping? It's not just about avoiding sugar. It's about strategically adding ingredients that actively help your body burn more fat. Our top 5 toppings all meet at least one, and in some cases all of these 4 critical criteria. 1. They have a minimal impact on insulin, and some even help improve insulin sensitivity. 2. They increase satiety, that feeling of fullness, which keeps you from getting hungry and overeating later in the day. 3. They have a high thermic effect of food, TEF, meaning your body actually burns a significant number of calories just to digest them. 4. They help build or preserve lean muscle mass, which is the engine of your metabolism. The real secret to all of this, the point most people miss, comes at timestamp XXX, where we discuss how to combine these toppings for a synergistic effect that's greater than the sum of its parts. Now let's unveil our first champion topping. It directly tackles the problem of age-related muscle loss and turns your body into a more efficient calorie-burning furnace. The results you can get from adding this one ingredient can be truly staggering. Our first topping is a high-quality protein source, most easily delivered in the form of a clean, sugar-free protein powder. As we discussed, sarcopenia is the silent metabolism killer after 50. Adding a 20-25 gram scoop of protein to your oats is the single most effective dietary strategy to combat this. Why? First, protein has the highest thermic effect of food of all macronutrients. Your body burns up to 30% of the calories from protein just in the process of digesting and absorbing it. For a 20-gram scoop of protein, about 80 calories, your body will use up to 24 of those calories in digestion alone. It's like getting a free metabolic boost with every bite. Second, protein is incredibly satiating. It triggers the release of gut hormones like PYY and GLP-1 that send powerful signals to your brain that you are full. A protein fortified bowl of oatmeal will keep you satisfied for hours longer than oats alone, crushing mid morning cravings. But most importantly, it provides the essential amino acids your body needs to repair and build lean muscle tissue, especially when paired with some form of resistance training. More muscle means a faster metabolism 24/7. Now, not all protein powders are created equal. This brings us to a crucial method comparison. Whey versus plant-based protein for the over 50 body. Whey protein is fast digesting and rich in the amino acid leucine, which is a powerful trigger for muscle protein synthesis. It's an excellent choice, especially for post-workout. However, many people over 50 develop a sensitivity to dairy. If that's you, a high-quality plant-based blend, look for one with a mix of pea, pumpkin seed, or brown rice protein to ensure a complete amino acid profile is a fantastic alternative. Here's a troubleshooting tip. To avoid clumps, mix your protein powder with a small amount of cold water or milk to form a paste before stirring it into your hot oatmeal. It creates a perfectly smooth, creamy texture every time. Let's talk about a real-world example. I want to introduce you to Brenda, a 58-year-old viewer who had hit a frustrating 6-month weight loss plateau. She was eating steel-cut oats every morning, but often with a large spoonful of maple syrup for flavor. After watching our first video, she ditched the syrup but was still stuck. I suggested she try adding a scoop of vanilla protein powder to her oats. The result? Within the first month, she broke through her plateau and lost 6 pounds. She reported that her intense sugar cravings in the afternoon had completely vanished, and she felt powered up until lunchtime. This wasn't magic, it was metabolic math. She had increased her daily protein intake, boosted her satiety, and was feeding her muscles the building blocks they needed to become more metabolically active. This small tweak reignited her fat loss journey. Now it's time for an interactive prompt. Take a moment to think about your current breakfast. How much protein does it contain? Is it less than 20 grams? If so, this single change could be the key that unlocks the door for you. Adding protein is foundational, but our next topping works on a completely different but equally powerful pathway to accelerate fat loss. It tackles inflammation and dials up the satiety factor even further. Wait until you see how this tiny seed can have such a massive impact. Our second fat loss accelerating topping is what I call the fiber and fat titan, either ground flaxseed or chia seeds. These are not just filler, they are tiny nutritional powerhouses that pack a multi-pronged punch against fat storage. Let's start with ground flaxseed. 2 tablespoons contain a whopping 4 grams of fiber, but more importantly, they are the richest plant source of an omega-3 fatty acid called ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. This healthy fat is a potent anti-inflammatory agent. Chronic inflammation, a common issue as we age, is directly linked to insulin resistance and the accumulation of visceral belly fat. So, by adding flaxseed, you are actively calming the inflammation that encourages your body to store fat around your organs. Furthermore, flax seeds are rich in compounds called lignans, which have mild hormonal balancing properties that can be particularly beneficial after 50. Then we have chia seeds, which are equally incredible. When chia seeds are mixed with the liquid in your oatmeal, they absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, forming a thick gel that is even more pronounced than the beta glucan gel from the oats themselves. This dramatically increases the volume of your breakfast without adding significant calories, leading to extreme satiety. A bowl of oatmeal with chia seeds is incredibly filling and can keep you feeling satisfied for a very, very long time. They are also a fantastic source of fiber, protein, and ALA omega 3s. So, this brings us to another critical comparison: ground flax versus chia seeds. Which should you choose? Honestly, you can't go wrong with either, and I recommend rotating them. However, for the biggest anti inflammatory and hormonal bang for your buck, I give a slight edge to ground flaxseed. For the ultimate satiety and gelling action to keep you full for hours, chia seeds are the champion. And here is a non negotiable troubleshooting tip: you must use ground flaxseed, not whole. Your body cannot break down the tough outer shell of whole flax seeds, meaning all those amazing omega 3s will pass right through you without being absorbed. Let's dive into another micro solution that can make your breakfast feel even more luxurious while boosting its fat loss potential. It's called creating a chia gel. The night before, mix 1 part chia seeds with 4 parts water or unsweetened almond milk in a jar. By morning, you will have a thick pudding like gel. You can stir a few spoonfuls of this into your hot oats. This method maximizes the gelling action of the chia seeds before they even hit your stomach, ensuring peak satiety. Think of Brenda's story. She started with protein powder, which was fantastic, but what if she also added 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed? Now she's not only building muscle and boosting her metabolism, but she's also actively fighting the inflammation that contributes to fat storage and adding another layer of hunger suppressing fiber and healthy fat. This is how we begin to stack the benefits. Each topping builds on the last, creating a powerful synergistic effect. Can you see how this is so much more effective than just eating a bowl of plain oats? We are transforming it from a simple carbohydrate source into a complex, multifunctional meal designed for a very specific purpose: turning your over 50 body into an efficient fat burning engine. Now, for a quick interactive prompt, I want you to head down to the comments and type flax or chia to tell me which of these fiber titans you are going to try first. Making that small commitment is a powerful step. Now let's move on to topping number 3. This is one you might already have in your spice rack, but 99% of people are using the wrong kind, a mistake that could have serious long-term health consequences. Our third topping is the metabolic spark plug, Ceylon cinnamon. For centuries, cinnamon has been prized for its flavor, but modern science has revealed its profound metabolic benefits. It's a true super spice, especially for anyone dealing with the insulin resistance that's so common after 50. The active compound in cinnamon, cinnamaldehyde, has a remarkable ability. It can mimic insulin and help improve how your cells respond to it. In simple terms, it helps your body shuttle glucose out of the bloodstream and into your cells much more efficiently. This means your pancreas doesn't have to work as hard, your insulin levels stay lower, and your body can more easily shift out of fat storage mode and into fat burning mode. Numerous studies have shown that cinnamon can help lower fasting blood glucose levels, making it a powerful tool in your metabolic arsenal. But here is the most important piece of information in this entire section: a retention spike you cannot afford to miss. There are 2 major types of cinnamon sold, and you must know the difference: cassia cinnamon and Ceylon cinnamon. Cassia is the dark, common, and cheap cinnamon you find in most supermarkets. While it has some metabolic benefits, it contains high levels of a compound called coumarin, which can be toxic to the liver in large doses. Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon, is lighter in color, has a more delicate flavor, and contains only trace amounts of coumarin, making it safe for daily consumption. It is the medicinally superior and safer option, without question. If you are going to use cinnamon as a daily fat loss tool, you must invest in Ceylon cinnamon. It's a non-negotiable switch for your health and safety. So how do you use it? It couldn't be simpler. A daily dose of half a teaspoon to a full teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon stirred into your oatmeal is all it takes to reap the benefits. It adds a delicious, warming flavor that reduces the need for any kind of sweetener. Let's imagine our friend Brenda's breakfast journey once more. She started with oats, then she added the protein powder for muscle and metabolism, then she added the ground flaxseed for fiber, and anti-inflammatory fats. Now, she stirs in a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. With this third topping, she is now directly targeting her insulin sensitivity. She is making her body more efficient at handling the carbohydrates from the oats, ensuring a lower, more stable insulin response, and further opening the door for her body to burn its stored fat. Each ingredient has a specific job, and they are all working together in perfect harmony. This is strategic eating. Now, here's a quick troubleshooting tip for you. Some people find the taste of cinnamon can be a little strong on its own. A fantastic micro solution is to pair it with our first topping. Mix your teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon directly into your scoop of vanilla protein powder before you make the paste to stir into your oats. The vanilla smooths out the flavor of the cinnamon beautifully, creating a taste that's reminiscent of a healthy cinnamon roll. It's a delicious and powerful combination. You are taking three of the most powerful fat loss ingredients and combining them into one seamless, easy, and delicious addition to your morning meal. But we're not done yet. Our next topping addresses another critical aspect of health after 50, brain function and the power of healthy fats for long-term satiety. Our fourth fat loss accelerating topping is the brain boosting nut, and my number one choice here is walnuts. While almost any raw, unsalted nut is a good choice, walnuts have a unique profile that makes them a superstar topping for the over 50 individual. Let's first address the old, outdated fear of fats. For decades, we were told that eating fat makes you fat. We now know this is fundamentally untrue. In fact, eating the right fats is essential for losing fat. Healthy fats, like those found in walnuts, are incredibly satiating. They are digested very slowly, providing a long-lasting source of energy and keeping hunger at bay for hours. Adding a moderate portion of healthy fat to your breakfast is one of the best guarantees against a mid-morning energy crash or reaching for a high-carb snack. Walnuts are unique because, unlike most other nuts, they contain a significant amount of the same plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, ALA, that we found in flax and chia seeds. This means they contribute to fighting inflammation and promoting heart health. But walnuts also contain a potent blend of antioxidants and polyphenols that are specifically linked to improved brain health, helping to combat the brain fog that can sometimes accompany aging. So, with walnuts, you are not just targeting fat loss, you are also investing in your cognitive longevity. This brings us to a useful comparison: walnuts versus almonds. Almonds are fantastic, high in vitamin E and fiber. However, for the specific combination of fighting inflammation and boosting brain health with those unique omega 3s and polyphenols, walnuts take the prize in this context. Now, for the most important troubleshooting tip when it comes to nuts: portion control. Nuts are calorically dense, and while they are incredibly healthy, it's easy to overdo it. A serving size is about 1 ounce, which is roughly a small handful, or about 14 walnut halves. This is a perfect example of where more is not necessarily better. This portion provides all the benefits: the healthy fats, the protein, the fiber, the satiety, without adding an excessive number of calories to your meal. Here's a quick interactive prompt you can do right now. Close your hand into a loose fist. The amount of nuts that fits comfortably in the palm of your hand is generally a good visual cue for one serving. Try to visualize that portion. This is a skill that will help you for the rest of your life. Our fifth and final fat loss accelerating topping is the antioxidant army, a serving of low glycemic berries. This is how we satisfy the desire for sweetness without triggering that fat-storing insulin spike. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with vitamins and fiber, but their real superpower lies in their antioxidants, particularly a class of compounds called anthocyanins, which give them their rich red and purple colors. These compounds are potent warriors against oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as a kind of biological rust that damages your cells, accelerates aging, and is directly implicated in the storage of belly fat. Eating a daily dose of these antioxidants helps protect your cells and create a healthier internal environment that is more conducive to fat loss. Berries are also very high in fiber and low in sugar compared to other fruits, meaning they have a very low glycemic load. They provide a hint of sweetness without disrupting the beautiful, stable blood sugar you've achieved with your oats and other toppings. Let's make one last critical comparison: wild blueberries versus conventional blueberries. While any blueberry is great, wild blueberries are nutritional champions. They are smaller, more concentrated, and have been shown to contain a significantly higher concentration of those powerful anthocyanin antioxidants than their larger cultivated cousins. This leads to a fantastic troubleshooting tip. Don't be afraid of the freezer aisle. Frozen berries, especially frozen wild blueberries, are an excellent and often more affordable option. They are frozen at the peak of ripeness, which locks in their nutrients perfectly. You can stir them directly into your hot oats from frozen, where they will thaw instantly and create a delicious purple swirled breakfast. So let's perform our final check in on Brenda's ultimate fat loss oatmeal bowl. We have the steel cut oats for the low glycemic fiber base. We have the vanilla protein powder for muscle building and metabolic boost. We have the ground flaxseed for anti inflammatory omega 3s and gut filling fiber. We have the Ceylon cinnamon for enhanced insulin sensitivity. We have the walnuts for brain boosting healthy fats and long term satiety. And now, as the final touch, she adds half a cup of wild blueberries for a burst of antioxidant power and natural sweetness. This is no longer just a simple bowl of breakfast cereal. This is a strategic 5 part symphony of nutrition. Every single ingredient has been chosen for a specific science backed purpose to help her over 50 body release stored fat, build metabolic boosting muscle, and protect itself from the inflammation and oxidative stress associated with aging. It is the perfect meal. It tastes amazing. It will keep her full for 5, 6 hours, and every bite is actively working to move her closer to her goals. This is the difference between hoping for fat loss and strategically engineering it. This is how you take control. As we conclude, I want you to step back and see the full picture. We started with the frustrating problem of hitting a weight loss wall after 50, even when you're trying to eat healthy. We exposed the common saboteurs, the seemingly innocent toppings like honey and maple syrup that were secretly spiking your fat storing hormone, insulin. From there, we didn't just give you a list, we gave you a system. We built, piece by piece, the ultimate fat loss breakfast. Each of our 5 toppings, protein powder, flax or chia seeds, Ceylon cinnamon, walnuts, and berries, was chosen based on the 4 critical criteria: insulin control, satiety, thermic effect, and muscle support. You learned the why behind each ingredient, the specific job it does, and how it helps overcome the unique metabolic challenges of aging. You are now equipped with the knowledge to walk into your kitchen tomorrow morning and build a meal that isn't just food, but is strategic fuel designed to turn on your body's fat burning machinery. You have the power to create a delicious, satisfying breakfast that ends cravings, builds a faster metabolism, and finally moves the needle on your scale.